Well, I'm part of Flott, a production duo, a lo-fi production duo. This is Bart, he's the guitarist and also the producer of Flott. We make lo-fi inspired by pop music. We both have a background in pop music, where we wanted to have a crossover between the lo-fi sound that we love with a lot of guitars and make a new sound in the lo-fi scene.
Yeah, we work together for several years now, and we do a lot, like Ahmed said, we do a lot of pop productions. And we got into lo-fi. We were just listening to several playlists and like, hey man, we should do it like our way, you know. And we think in pop structures. So yeah, we just started and we had no boundaries or anything. Just, you know, that's what inspired us. Like we really wanted to do our own thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think in the core of what you do as an artist and guitarist and producer is that you play in a lot of live bands that have pop influences, or you make a lot of productions in pop music. So that's a real natural for you. It's also a lot of like soul and maybe some John Mayer type influences and very nice chorusy sounding guitars. And for me, it's all about rhythms. I love rhythms. So for me, how can I be creative with a drum pattern that is not the typical lo-fi drum pattern? So it could be a Coca-Cola can crumbled or Bart walking in the garden, whatever. It could be weird things.
Yeah. Yeah, and the basic thing is like we don't think in a lo-fi way, I guess. You know, we always think in pop structures. We like the Max Martin productions, and you know.
And I think the melodies, to go more in depth, like the melodies you play on the guitar, are actually the vocal performance of the song. So you're singing on your guitar, to say so, and with that we can make a whole structure in where we go to the verse, where we go to the chorus. So that's how
we always try to find it, like you have to sing the melodies, right?
Yeah.
You have to be able to sing it.
Exactly. Well, usually we start with the foundation of the track. That could be a snare drum or hi-hats or drums in general. And then the first thing we start to create is a vibe around guitars. So Bart lays the foundation of a guitar loop that he's playing or some chords. Sometimes we even sit down and you are with your acoustic guitar. Yeah. We record with an iPhone and we just record a vibe of you playing the guitar. Then we move it all to a project and we start building. First of all, start to build out the drums, start to build out extra vocal layers, bass lines. And then everything, when we have a loop of 8 bars or like a small song, we start making a structure, see where we want to change things, like an A and a B part. And so usually it's a real 50-50 where to start. Wow.
Yeah, it's really big.
I think it's all. I think it's mostly all improvisation for you, especially. I think.
Yeah. It starts with improvisation, and then we try to, like Anna said, we try to build a structure around it. So once you have a melody, he's always. I always look at him like, okay,
is this it?
Yeah, this is it. To play it again, and then it's like, okay, I'm on into something, you know. And then if we both feel like, okay, this is something, then we're gonna build around that idea. So it always starts with improvisation. Yeah. And it can come from anywhere.
But the element of the coming back to the more pop influence, I think if we would have a 2-minute continuous loop of you improvising, it would be very weird to follow. You need to have some structures, like some repetition that comes back in the second part, and I think that's maybe the part we took from our other production work. How can we implement that? Well, first of all, the tempo is really low. It's really slowed down. So we don't go over maybe a tempo of 95 BPMs. It's very technical, but very slowed down. And then we use a lot of sounds underneath that remind you of relaxation or chilling or studying. Like we can use a classroom underneath the whole sound in the whole track, or a garden playing, or and I think just maybe you can tell more about the chord structures, but they're very emotional maybe, and chilled and relaxed.
Yeah, there are some basic, I think there are some basic rules. Once he has a pattern laid down, a drum structure, it inspires me to find like really chill chords, you know. You know, the one thing develops another.
I think the most important thing in the sound design is finding the right guitar sound that will fit the whole vibe that we're looking for. So if that's a very long reverb or a very big chorus effect, or I think for me to find the perfect sound with you in the guitar part is very important, and then find the right piano or Rhodes or very in-depth plugins to just lift the whole mood up. I think it's but we try to keep it simple as possible. I think every song we don't spend more than a half an hour on the basic structure of the song. It's like if we go into a snare drum for an hour and make it perfectly, it's like we're wasting our creativity on different things. So I think for us to keep it natural and flowing, we will spend a lot of time on the right mix of the song, of the sounds together, but we're not gonna create 20 plugins or effects on one sound to make it perfect, because it all needs to sound still that it's just a jam outside and you're chilling. I think that's it.
Yeah, and one important element is like we always create. We don't create with headphones on. You're always with speakers on. So you know, sometimes I'm laying on the couch and I hear a melody. I'm too lazy to walk to the microphone and sing it into the iPhone, and I airdrop it to him. Like, oh, can you put this in and do your thing with it? Yeah. And then it's like a total different approach, and then you get a new melody, and then he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna play.
I think first of all, it's when you're eating and you want to have something on the background, or you want to study or chill, or it's a lot of different moods that you can play lo-fi in. And for me, what I'm now finding really attractive to make lo-fi is to have a playlist available with my own music with Bart to play at a dinner, or to have while I'm working or something. So I think it's more of we're creating our own catalog also to listen to it ourselves, maybe, but not to be too arrogant, but like it feels good to have something very chilled than finding the new pop hit to create. Or it's more of a, hey, let's just have 4 days where we chill and make a lot of great music in that way. So it comes very natural.
Yeah, and I think the listeners are, you know, the world is so tense right now. You know, there's a lot going on, and I think lo-fi is like, you can't hate lo-fi. Like you know, it's like you get it instantly. You get into a chill mood.
I think the whole experience of being, because usually we go to a house somewhere in the south of the Netherlands for a few days to lock ourselves up, like for a writing camp. So I think being there together, making food, doing grocery shopping, build the studio, I think it all motivates you to make a certain type of sound. And I think not the emotion we're putting in, but we have put a lot of effort in, like, okay, let's make 10 amazing songs these few days. And then we set a goal, and then it's a very cool hustle to try to get it. I think that's more the emotion that we're experiencing. It's not you're talking about something sad and we make a song or something.
No.
But
yeah, and it comes from everywhere. Like, remember that time when we were eating at my sister's house, and my niece was, she's a little girl, and she was singing or something, or she was saying something.
She had a keyboard for children on the table.
She was playing on it and making sounds, and we recorded that. So like, let's make a track of that.
selected together with you guys, selected 5, and one of our favorite tracks actually of the last time we went away. They're all tracks created in the same week, so for us the sound is very as one, like you can hear the line in between the songs, so we felt like it would be a perfect track list to incorporate in the EP. So I think the overall feeling of this is that we try to be 2.0 in the songs that we make, so new plugins, new drums, new, like we tried to reinvent ourselves again, I think, in this EP.
Different guitar sounds also.
Yeah, a lot of small vocal recordings. We have like maybe 20 voice memos of you exactly on the couch singing things, and it's all in the songs. So I think this is something in the
That's
red
different,
line, in the EP. Okay, just a random mumble, and then we turn into. It's just very random. And then it's like just random mumbles. And there's just bars.
But it's weird for outside. So we already know like it's gonna sound like that, you know?
Yeah.
But for outsiders, it's like, what is this for bullshit?
You have to know each other quite well to trust
yeah.
you mumbling somewhere in the background.